everybody in YouTube land, Facebook, Instagram, and now Clubhouse. We're on Map TV on Clubhouse now. Yes, we're expanding our reach. How's everybody doing this hot Tuesday evening? Oh my goodness. It was 95 degrees here in Detroit, and boy, whew, it was hot. It was hot today. It was really, really hot today. So we're back at it again, and we just want to pick up on what we've been talking about, mental health, and folk have been saying they like the series. So this will be the finality of mental health. This is the last show because next week we have an all brand new show with a special guest. Shh. We're gonna have a special guest. We're gonna have a special guest. You guys will be shocked. Yes, shocked. So yes, we got a special guest coming, and we're gonna start our interviewing series starting next week. So stay tuned for this special guest. I'm sure that you will be able to partake of the things that she will be sharing about, and you can apply the techniques and ideas and the stories to your life. Again, special show next week. Special show. So anyway, back to today. We want to welcome everybody. All of the folk have come onto our show, as well as the folk that view us on YouTube, Facebook. Then they go to our Instagram page, and they go to the Coach Keller's Den on Facebook. We appreciate you, okay? And we are glad that you're here. We're glad that you're telling your family and friends. We are noticing our numbers are going up on YouTube and our social media. So we want to thank you. And we will always be, hey, Tamika Chi, God bless you. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, it's going to be a nice video. So we're looking forward to seeing, we're looking forward to next week. We're really looking forward to next week. Should be fun, should be off the chains, and it probably will be one of the funniest shows that you will see. So basically, what is MAP TV? MAP TV is make a plan and make it happen. It's something I thought about years ago, and so I was praying and trying to think of a name of this show, and the idea came to me: start make a plan, make a plan TV. It's make a plan TV, make it happen. Basically, we talk about issues, mental health, depression, success, failure, how to start again. Okay, we're giving inspiration to how to start again when you're on rock bottom, and so that is basically what MAP TV is about. And we will be interviewing people, like we said in our previous shows, civic leaders, educators, authors, athletes, musicians. We'll be interviewing people who have been able to change their lives regardless of where they were in life, whatever failure they had, and how God was able to bring them back so they could be a productive citizen in the community. So yes, we're that's coming. So anyway, we want to get back into mental health. We really want to get back into it because this is the last series of it. So mental health, does it apply to men? Yes, it does. It really does. It applies to men, both men and women. But as we said in previous shows, ladies are more apt to seek help than us gentlemen. And that has to change. We have to get out here and seek help because we're suffering. Okay. We have to, things are shifting. Okay. And mental health has really been out on the forefront, where athletes like Simone Biles, she's been very vocal about speak up for mental health. Okay, and as you know, Ben Simmons of the Philadelphia 76ers, he had a strong case of mental health. It affected him so bad he didn't play last season or this season. So it's been kind of challenging, but you need to get out here and get some help. Um, Depression and suicide are the leading causes of death in men, yet it is less likely to be treated. Okay, the National Health Interview Survey shows that 9% of the men surveyed experienced daily symptoms of depression and anxiety, but only 1 in 3 of these men took medication for these feelings, and only 1 in 4 spoke to a medical professional. Whew, those are some interesting numbers. And despite this, uh, there's a writer named Scott Thompson. He's 30 years old who struggled with anxiety. He believes that men have made significant inroads. There have been some improvements, and that was echoed in Healthline's October 2021 survey. And they did a survey on men's thoughts, feelings, and actions related to health and wellness. And they said the biggest thing is honestly mainstreaming of the language. Getting close to terms like depression and anxiety allow him to be more honest about his own health, mental health situations. So it's good that we're starting to see some improvements, but there's still a big gap. Whereas ladies will go and they will seek help. With us men, we're starting to get better. We're starting to get better, but there's still a long road ahead, and we need to close that gap because we're still losing too many men for mental health. Uh, Being able to describe a problem doesn't always lead to tending to it. And I know I had mental health issues when I was younger, and I fought a severe case of depression for 1 whole year, and I didn't have many people that would come to help me. And when I reached out, very few. I had very few that did, but most of the times out of that experience, I learned how to keep stuff bottled up, and then it got so bad until when I hit a roadblock, or I hit a problem in life, it would just come out. Everything that was bothering me, so I just exploded. Okay, but I didn't. I felt in my pride I was too much of a man to go and seek help, which was wrong. I felt that I had too much testosterone built up where uh, I didn't want to go seek help, and it led to problems in my relationships. It led to problems, period. But I got better as the years uh, went on, and I still, from time have to watch my thinking so that I don't won't go back into the depression stages that I had before. Um, Mental health affected me on my home turf, at home, in relationships I had, and I didn't know how to challenge it or really talk about it. And one of my very close friends said, "You wait till the last minute. You keep everything as a sponge," which I did, and I had up, down, up, down. 1 minute I'm happy, and I let one thing take me out, and that was a problem. It was a problem, and so I had to learn how to not let my day be destroyed by one event, one bad review. Today, a friend of mine had a colleague that made their transition. I handled it right then, told the gentleman we'll pray for him, but I kept going. I didn't just stop and just stop. You know, weeping may endure for a night, joy comes in the morning. That's a scripture. So what I did was I dealt with it at that time, and I moved on. Okay, I offered the gentleman some condolences. We'll be praying for him and his deceased loved one. But then I had to still go work, be productive, and then get here to do this show because I vowed that I was not going to not be uh, absent or be late. And you know, I said, nope, we got to do better than that. Okay, one time we're late, had to push the show back, but we're on time today, and so we're glad that you're here, and we're glad that you're around. So also, men are hesitant to open about mental health. We're very hesitant, and it's basically sometimes it comes from the way that we grew up, the way that we were raised, whether you're black, white, Latino, It's with how you're raised. And so we're reluctant to talk about things that our feelings, because we were meant to be tough and deal with it and deal with it. But yet we were raised in a culture and a culture where weakness is looked down upon. You can't be weak. Yeah, you. Oh, you're weak. You're weak because you have feelings. You're weak. You're weak because you're crying. Men don't cry. All these things, but yet, um, sometimes we need to release. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Uh, it's a silent crisis because of the numbers that we stated last week and the week before, and stated that we stated today. Also, there's a high need for African American male clients and psychologists because black men tend to be more comfortable being treated by other black men. So there's a whole dynamic for African American men who want to be psychologists because sometimes uh, other nationalities don't understand the struggle that we go through. And then when you have a gentleman of the same background, he will understand, and sometimes she will understand the struggle as opposed to others. And sometimes we will show more care or more concern, and the patient isn't just a number. Okay, sometimes you can go and talk to some people and you're just a number. They're just there to get you in, get you out so they can get their money from you or the insurance company. So sometimes it's best to find folk that are willing to take you on as a client, but that really do care. But mental health is really something that we really, really, really need to address. And this is the last show on it. Next week will be something completely different. Um, as I stated, Ben Simmons, who played for the Philadelphia 76ers for 5 years, he got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. He felt that he was mentally unprepared to perform. And he's a high profile case athlete who's dealing with mental wellness. And they talk about him at the water cooler debates in offices. They talk about him in the media. And so he's just out there getting dogged out because of he has some mental health issues. So yes, it's been a challenge. Hey Shayna, how you doing? Oh, we have folk over in Clubhouse. Let me address the folk in Clubhouse real quick. Hey Keisha, how you doing? Hello. Yes, how you doing, Keisha? Well, all y'all on how you doing, child? All the folk that's out here, we have a Clubhouse room. It's called the Map Show, and our show basically, as we stated earlier, we talk about mental health, success, failures, how you can make a plan and make it happen in your life despite whatever failure you've been in. How can you make a plan and make it happen? God gave me this years ago and he told me to start back using it. So that's why we have it today. Today we bring our Clubhouse guests in because someone told me, hey, why don't you bring the Clubhouse into the live stream? And I thought about it. I said, good idea. Okay. And as you can see, we're here again on the stream. We're out here doing it. The main thing is you have to show up. As I stated last week, I come from an era that folk thought that everything had to be perfect before you started. But no, you have to start. You have to make a plan. To make it happen. You can't be a real estate person, an investor, an author, a business mogul. You can't be that just sitting there not trying. You have to at least take a step forward, find out the information, and then execute it, whatever that field may be. You can't be a real estate person unless you pass tests and then learn the systems of how you can make money and how you can flip properties. You can't just do that sitting on the sideline saying, oh, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. And you can't ever get there saying, oh, I can't do it. When as soon as you say I can, as soon as you say that, and as soon as you say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, when you use that and you actually get out there and step, then you can start a book. You can become a publisher. You could become a coach. You could have multiple streams of income. You can inspire others. You can do that. I have a colleague today. I'll tell y'all this. Just by me starting, I'm going to tell y'all this quick testimony. I have a very good friend I've known for 40 plus years. I need to change that 4 to a 5. It's been that long. But anyway, she asked me, she said, Kels, how do you do everything that you do? And I said, it's not as hard as you think. She said, it seems like it's so difficult. I gave her in 2 sentences everything that she needed to do. And she was amazed. And so within probably the next couple of months, she will be executing her show, doing it for her community and her church. She's a pastor, and I just felt it was great that she asked, because I just broke it down, made it simple, not hard as some people make it. You gotta do this, do that. No. Cut it down, make it smart, and then the people will understand you. And that's in every business. Make it sense. Make it make sense, because sometimes we get in these big words and obliviously. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, when you break it down, and because you got to remember, the paper is written in the 6th grade language. Now, if you can break it down like that, you got the people, and you show some kind of concern, you got the people. And if you deliver on what you said you was gonna do, you really got them. Because there's so many people out here, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm this, that, and the other," and then when you start really doing the homework, you see they're not telling the truth. It's and I'm just telling. You can figure folk out by watch when they start talking. If they keep talking and talking and talking and talking, start paying attention to what they're talking about. Start asking questions. And then if the story changes 3 and 4 times after the initial first time that they said it, that's an issue. That's a red flag. Okay? Success follows success, and it's easy to pay attention when you're paying attention. If you just, I've made mistakes. I've invested money. I've lost money, but in actuality, it was all a part of the learning process, and I thank God for it. Okay? You can never be perfect until you die. And I'm going to be straight up with you. You will never be perfect. And I don't care who out there is professing that, oh, I do no wrong. There is an issue. We just don't know it. But God does. But anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that rant, but I just felt it. But you make stuff simplistic, people will follow. Don't be after the pocketbooks. Be after the heart. Let God minister to you so you can minister to others. And when you do that, everything else, He'll open the windows of heaven. But you got to seek ye first the kingdom. What's that? Him. Seek ye first Him and His righteousness. And all these things will be added unto you. But seek Him. Follow Him. Find Him. Let God use you. And it'll be a big difference in your life. You'll feel much better when He uses you, because you are a part of the ministry. Whether you sell real estate, flip houses, sell books, coach folk, come on YouTube, go on Instagram. When God uses you, He uses you because it's to be benefit His glory, and it's to benefit someone that's hurting. And when you can show them love and pull them out of where they're at, you're doing God's work. You're pulling them up. Now they can go pull up somebody else. All because you had the time and the love to help them. I remember when I was going through and I was about to leave the church, and this young man, his name was Terrence. I was about to walk out. I told the Lord, I said, I'm done. I would never come back. And I was on my way out the door. Terrence saw me at this big church in Detroit. He said, Keller, what's wrong, man? And I told him everything was wrong. I said, man, these people don't like me. They can't stand me, and I'm out the church. And as soon after I said, he said, man, let's talk. And from that point on, he sold into me. I learned how to talk to young folk. I love young people because I listen to them. And then I tell them stuff because I tell them, hey, I used to be 18. And so I learned all that from him. And so it helped me to mentor young folk just by something that I went through. I didn't quit, okay? But I said, no, we're going to keep helping and keep inspiring. That's why this is the last show of mental health, and I just had to break that down to you and share with you. Now, don't forget that if you run into issues and you about to jump, don't jump. Text HOME to the crisis text line at 741-741. Text home at the crisis text line at 741-741. Or please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-TALK, which is 8255. So that's 1-800-273-8255. And yes, I'm still learning this software, y'all. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get the stuff together. We got the virtual backdrop and all that, but I'm going to perfect it. And next week, oh yeah, it's going to be on because our special guest is actually on Clubhouse, but I'm not going to tell y'all who she is. I'm just going to introduce her next week, and she's going to blow y'all away because this young entrepreneur is gifted and very wise. I'll let her tell her story. I ain't gonna spoil it, but yes, we got a special treat next week. Oh God, I'm looking forward to it. And like always, follow us on YouTube at Keller Coleman. Follow us on Instagram at Keller L Coleman. And just follow us on Facebook at Coach Keller's Den. Uh, just hang in there. Hey Rosie French, God bless you. Another one of our Clubhouse listeners. Thanks for stopping by. So just hang in there, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I thank you all for chiming in this week. Again, next week we will be on at 7:30. Next week we'll be on at 7:30, same time. Oh, wait a minute, scratch that. I got to give a new time next week because it's going to be some changes. We're going to probably have to start at 8:30 next week. We're going to have a special show, so we have to put this shit back to 8:30. So anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you for showing up on YouTube and liking the videos. Thank you for showing up on Instagram and enjoying the funny stuff that we put there. Thank you for showing up at our social media. We truly appreciate you. And again, this show was brought to you by Think and Grow Products. We thank you. We thank them for their support, and we thank them for the knowledge and all the advice that they give us. Again, this is MAP TV. Make a plan, make it happen. You got this. You got it. You gonna be all right, and you gonna win. Again, this is Coach Keller. I hope that you all have a wonderful week, and we're out. We will see you next week, and I will post the new time. I'll have it up by Monday. But we thank you. God bless you. God keep you. And God bless you.